Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class, yay! Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. All right, all right, all right. There is Sumayet says yes. Hello, Sumayet. Carlos. Hello, Carlos. Good to see Carlos in the house. Helga says yes. Thank you. Boars. I see Boars. I see Katie. Nice, nice, nice. Merlene. Hello, Merlene. Helga. Yes. Helga said already. Lua, hello Lua. Lua says yes, thank you Lua. Okay, well it's great to see you all because of course without you there's no reason for me to be here. So I really appreciate you guys being here with me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. Yes, I do. Well, as you know, we always start our class with a toast. So whatever you're drinking, pick it up. We will have 2 toasts. Yes, 2 toasts. Our first toast will be for the green team. You see Carlos. Carlos joined the channel. Carlos is supporting me and the channel. His name is in green because he is a supporter. So let's give Carlos and the green team a big thank you. Cheers. If you don't have a beverage, we can fist bump. Bump. Cheers. Bump. Cheers. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Very good. Now our second toast, it's for you because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump. Cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Very good. Hey, there is Doki. Hello. Trolleys in the house. Good to see you all. Okay, well, let's talk about today's lesson plan. Here it is. We have a few activities. Of course, we will do idiom. I will write an idiom on the board. We will make sentences and we'll see if we can use the idiom throughout today's class in a natural way, of course. Then after that, we're doing form a sentence. I will give you a pattern. I will show you a worksheet. I will show you example sentences. I will show you pictures, and then you will make your own sentences. After that, we have a video dictation. That is, there are 8 sentences. You will write those sentences word for word, and it's through a video. Then we have a worksheet. Topic is at home. You have to decide which one is different, and we're doing a page from my book, which one is different. The topic is at home. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. We are busy. I hope you are ready to practice your English with me, of course, and with the chat. By doing that, by participating in the chat, you are helping yourself and you're helping other people. You're doing 2 things at the same time. You are practicing your English and you are giving other people examples. And that's how we learn. We learn by example. So in the chat, there will be lots of example sentences for you to learn from. We are learning from each other. That's how we do it here. Elena, hello. Good, good, good. Well, we got a great group in the chat as always. Okay, let's start our first activity. This is an idiom, and I will write the idiom on the board, and then we'll see if we can use it throughout our class today. Our idiom is draw a blank. Draw a blank. Okay, draw a blank one more time. Draw a blank. And that means unable to remember a particular thing. Unable to remember a particular thing. I'll write that on the board. Okay, how much more space? Okay, I'll go down here. Okay, draw a blank. Unable to remember a particular thing. I have an example sentence, of course, because that's how we learn. We learn with examples. And here's my example sentence. Okay, here is my example sentence. She asked me for the address and I drew a blank. She asked me for the address and I drew a blank. Unable to remember a particular thing, so address, for example. And so maybe someone puts you on a spot, right? You're not expecting the question, someone asks you something, and then you can't remember it. Your mind went blank. You drew a blank, and you can't remember a particular thing, for example, an address, or maybe some kind of information, maybe a word, right? Sometimes you can't remember a word, and you go, oh, what is that called again? And that is when you draw a blank, when you cannot remember something. Yeah, so that happens to me. That happens to me, especially here in Japan, right? I draw a blank on a Japanese word, like I need to do something, and I go to a store, or I go to the doctor's office, or I go to City Hall, and they ask me for some information, and I draw a blank. I can't remember the Japanese word. Okay, let's see. I'm going to look at the chat, see your sentences. Bores. My brain is drawing a blank. That's right. You can't remember. You're forgetting everything. Your brain is blanking out. Okay, good. Here's another one. Bores. I should know that my friend's name, but I'm drawing a blank. So I should know my friend's name. I should know my friend's name. Or I could say that I should know my students' names, but sometimes I draw a blank. Oh, I don't remember your name. Carlos, what's your name again, please? I drew a blank. Okay, so we want draw a blank. That's the present tense. This is a verb. And then past tense is drew. Draw, drew, draw, drew. So Carlos, your sentence, it should be drew. I drew a blank, right? You're talking about something that already happened, right? Like, oh, I can't remember. I drew a blank, right? Helga, sometimes I draw a blank on some words. So we want a preposition there, on. Okay, Helga, sometimes I draw a blank on some words. Yep. Okay, Kadeen, I tried to remember the lyrics of the song, but I drew a blank. Perfect, Kadeen. Yep, I know the feeling. Lulu, give me yours and I'll give you mine. Okay. Bores, draw, drew, drawn. Yep. So for the drawn, have you ever drawn a blank, right? So maybe a question, have you ever drawn a blank? So we could use the three verb tenses. I drew a blank. Don't draw a blank. Have you drawn a blank? Good. Okay, Helga, sometimes I draw a blank on some words. Yes, perfect. Umesh, I draw a blank when my money is going to maturity. Oh, okay, like in the bank, maybe, right? When like you have a CD account or something, like a deposit account, it's a timed, right? You can't use the money for, let's say, 10 years, right? And it's a fund, and at the end of the 10 years, then you have accumulated interest. You get like a bonus for keeping your money in the bank for, let's say, 10 years, right? Okay, Umesh, I draw a blank on historical events. Good job. Okay, so here's our idiom today. I'm going to leave it here, and we'll see if we can use it throughout today's class, right? So when you're making sentences, maybe you can use this in a sentence like, oh, I can't remember. Instead of saying I can't remember, say I'm drawing a blank, right? So I can't remember equals I'm drawing a blank. Okay, so instead of saying I can't remember, say I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank. And that way you're using the idiom in a natural way, right? So normally in a situation like I ask you a question, you go, oh, I can't remember. We can use the idiom saying, or we could use the idiom I'm drawing a blank. Okay, let's do our first activity, that is form a sentence. I'm going to write a pattern on the board. We have a worksheet. All the worksheets are on my Patreon. Go there to get the worksheets we do here. And so I'll write the pattern, and then we'll go to the worksheet for examples. Then you will make your own sentences using the pattern. Here we go. Number 1. Form a sentence. It is if wouldn't. Okay, here is the pattern. Let's see, where is it? Okay, here it is. So we have if plus subject plus past simple. That's the verb. Comma, subject, plus wouldn't, plus base verb. Okay, I have an example sentence right now. Then we'll look at the worksheet. And in the worksheet, we have sentences and pictures to help you see the situation, help you understand better. Okay, here is my example sentence. If he weren't, okay, there's my past simple, weren't so lazy. If he weren't so lazy, comma, yeah, okay, he wouldn't miss his deadline. Oh, long sentence. Okay, so here's the breakdown of my example sentence. So let's look at it one more time. If he weren't so lazy, comma, he wouldn't miss his deadline. One more time. If he weren't so lazy, he wouldn't miss his deadline. Okay, so if, and then he's the subject, weren't is the past simple, and then more information, for example, so lazy, and then subject, he wouldn't, base verb is miss, and then more information, his deadline. Deadline is the time you have to have it done, right? So you have a deadline, you have something to do, right? Maybe with work, and they tell you, okay, it must be done by this day, right? So it must be done on Friday, or it must be done on Monday. That's your deadline. So if you miss your deadline, maybe your boss will be angry, or you could be fired, right? Or your teacher, let's say you have a deadline on a school project or a paper, and if you miss the deadline, maybe you'll get 0 points for the project, right? So that is your deadline. Okay, so one more time. If he weren't so lazy, he wouldn't miss his deadline. Now, let's look at the worksheet. So yeah, so we want with the if, we want to use the were is better. Okay, Helga. So conditionals, we want to use like were, okay? Right, and would, so it kind of goes with would, right? Were, would, okay? Okay, let's look at the worksheet here. Okay, where is it? I think this is it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's look at examples. You're welcome, Helga. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Describing hypothetical situations, a possible result, right? And then we already wrote I wrote the pattern on the board. If, past tense verb, wouldn't, base verb, right? Okay, so here's our first example. If it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella. If it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella. 2. If she didn't study hard, she wouldn't pass the exam. If she didn't study hard, she wouldn't pass the exam. Let's look at a couple more. Here we go. If I weren't busy, I wouldn't skip the party. If I weren't busy, I wouldn't skip the party. Next, if you didn't help me, I wouldn't finish on time. If you didn't help me, I wouldn't finish on time. Okay. Here we go. Our last 2 examples. If I didn't know you, I wouldn't trust you. If I didn't know you, I wouldn't trust you. And then our last example. If you didn't eat so much junk food, you wouldn't be sick. If you didn't eat so much junk food, you wouldn't feel sick. Okay, good, good, good. All right. So we have our example sentences. Let's look at one more time here. If I didn't know you, I wouldn't trust you. If you didn't eat so much junk food, you wouldn't feel sick. If I weren't busy, I wouldn't skip the party. If you didn't help me, I wouldn't finish on time. If it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella. If you didn't study hard, if she didn't study hard, she wouldn't pass the exam. Okay, so there we go. There is our examples. Now it's time for you to make your sentences. Lulu, we're using the wouldn't. We're using wouldn't. And it's basically like a possible result, right? It's a possible result. It's hypothetical. Okay, so this is our pattern we're practicing today, if wouldn't. Okay, Helga, if I weren't busy, I wouldn't miss English class. Yeah, good. That's good, Helga. Nice sentence. Okay, Marlene, if you didn't eat so much food, you wouldn't get fat. Yes. Okay, Boris, if I were you, I wouldn't behave like this. Good sentences. So this is a little difficult, right? It's hypothetical. You're talking about present and future. So you're speaking now about now and the future. So it's a little difficult because we're using the past. Our first verb is in the past, but we're not talking about the past. It's just we're using it as for hypothetical situations. So that's the tricky part. That's what's the difficulty, is we're not talking about past tense. We're using past tense in the first verb, but that's not what we're talking about now and the future. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Katie, if I didn't ask, I wouldn't know the answer. Yes, that's a great sentence. Umesh, if I didn't practice cricket, I wouldn't be selected to the team. Yes. If you didn't work, you wouldn't. Okay, let's see, Carlo. Okay, if you didn't work, you wouldn't be able to pay rent this month. You wouldn't be able to pay rent this month. Okay, Carlos, here we go one more time. If you didn't work, you wouldn't be able to pay rent this month. Okay, Lulu, if you... Okay, so... Okay, Lulu. We need... So look at... Okay, so here is the pattern. So, okay, we have to use... Okay, so if and then subject, if you, if I, if he, if she... And then past tense, if she didn't, if you didn't, if he didn't. And then the subject again, he wouldn't, and then we're just using the simple verb, okay? So if he, like for example, Carlos's sentence, if he didn't work this month, he wouldn't be able to pay rent. If he didn't work, he wouldn't be able to pay rent. Okay, Marlene, if I didn't search on YouTube, I wouldn't know Mark. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you for searching YouTube. I'm happy you found me, of course. Oh, okay, Doki. If I didn't practice, I wouldn't be able to speak English. I wouldn't be able to speak English. I wouldn't be able to speak English. Okay, Umesh, if I eat too much, I wouldn't be slim. Yeah. Henna, if I were you, I wouldn't go there. Yeah, nice. Well, okay, not exactly, but that's good. We want to use the past, so it's a little different. Okay, Lulu, if you didn't forget the answer, you wouldn't pass the else. Yeah. Okay, so wouldn't, right? So we still wouldn't. If you didn't forget the answer, you wouldn't. Or wait. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, Lulu, yours is like opposite there. So the result, if you didn't, let me think about this for a sec. If you didn't forget the answer, so you forgot the answer, right? So you didn't pass. So if you, so we're, again, wouldn't. See, that's your problem, Lulu. Wouldn't. So if you didn't forget the answer, you wouldn't pass the exam. Okay, so wouldn't. Please use the wouldn't. Okay. So this is, it's difficult. Some examples are easier than others, right? Some situations we use it more than other situations, right? So if it weren't raining, I wouldn't bring my umbrella, right? Of course, like you don't want to take your umbrella because it's cumbersome and it's kind of a pain. It's not comfortable to take your umbrella on the train. It's not something you would prefer to do. So it's raining. So if it weren't raining, I wouldn't bring my umbrella. Okay, so we have to, okay, so Umesh, we have to use the past tense here. So Umesh, if I didn't go to Japan, I wouldn't meet Mark. Right? So you met me, right? Because you went to Japan, right? If I didn't go to Japan, right? You did though, I wouldn't meet Mark, right? So you did come to Japan and you did meet me, right? So we can say another way, if I didn't go to Japan, I wouldn't meet Mark, right? But you did. You came to Japan and we met. So another way to say it, if I didn't go to Japan, I wouldn't meet Mark. Yeah, good. So that's right, Hannah. So that's a whole, like, the best way to understand something is by looking at examples. That's why I make the worksheet with pictures, and then I always encourage everyone to look at the chat for other people's sentences, and I read the sentences because some are wrong, right? And so I want to fix your sentences so you have good examples for other people to learn from, right? And so I really encourage everyone to look at the sentences, and if there's a mistake, I tell people, and I want you to fix your mistake so you are putting up the right example sentences. There are good example sentences in the chat. That's what we want. So that's why I always encourage everyone to fix your mistakes, and that's how we learn, right? You notice a mistake, you fix it, and then we want you to remember the way to do it. We want you to remember the right way to use the pattern, right? It's easy to forget, difficult to remember. So that's our challenge, is to remember, right? Okay, Sylvia, hello. If it rains, I won't. Okay, so we're using, okay, so some people don't want to use this pattern. So this is our pattern. If, subject, past simple, subject, wouldn't, base, verb. And maybe a simple sentence where you can understand how the structure works. I think it was Umesh. If I didn't go to Japan, I wouldn't meet Mark, right? So, but he did, right? He did, so we met. So if, right, that's we starting our if. It's a hypothetical, so we're using if. And then subject, if I, we're using past simple. If I didn't, right, do, and then past tense is did, do, did, but we're using past simple. So if I didn't, so it's okay, if I didn't, and then if I didn't go to Japan, okay, now we're going to use the I wouldn't meet, there's our base verb, Mark. Okay, so if I didn't go to Japan, we're using that plus more information, go to Japan. If I didn't go to Japan, I wouldn't meet Mark. So another way, so, but he did, right? So he came and he met me, right? But hypothetical, if he didn't, then he wouldn't. But he did, and we met, okay? So it's just hypothetical, talking about now and future, right? If I didn't go to Japan, I wouldn't meet Mark. It's difficult. I know it's difficult. Hey, Shafika's here. Helga, if I didn't buy ice cream, I wouldn't eat it. That's right. Right? So if you don't buy it, you can't eat it. Yeah, Umesh, if it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella, right? Of course. Right? You don't carry an umbrella if it's sunny. If it's sunny, you don't need an umbrella, right? So if it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella, right? That's another good example, right? So we want simple examples so everyone can understand. So if it didn't rain, that's even simpler. That's a good example. If it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella. Right? I don't like taking umbrellas with me, right? They're cumbersome, they're long, and you know, I'm carrying my briefcase, I'm carrying my computer and an umbrella. I don't want to do that. So if it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella, of course, right? If it's sunny, you don't need an umbrella. Merlene, I think this is too, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what number it is, but it's conditional. It probably is number 2. Okay, let's see. Carlos, if she weren't rich, she wouldn't be a member of the golf club. Yeah. Good. That's good, Carlos. We just have to fix a little bit, but you got it right, Carlos. If she weren't rich, she wouldn't be a member of that golf club. Of that. That's a good sentence, Carlos. Of. We just need, it's not in, of, a member of. Yeah, a member in. It's better to use of, a member of. But that's a good sentence. Yes, Carlos, you got it. Shafika, if I didn't practice English every day, I wouldn't learn English too much. Yeah, okay, good. Maybe we want to use very much. I wouldn't learn English very much. Too much, that is negative. Usually, so we use Shafika, T-O-O for negative, like, oh, that's too bad, or too much traffic, right? Too many people on the bus, right? Or we also use also. So to, T-O-O, for something negative, and also it means also as well, right? I like tomatoes and cucumbers too. I like apples and oranges too, right? So for your sentence, Shafika, very much. Yep, okay, you fixed it, good. So if I didn't practice English every day, I wouldn't learn English very much. That's good. You guys got it. So this is difficult. Some people, you got it. Some people, not so much, but that's okay, you know? That's part of, you know what you need to do, right? So if you got it, that's great. If it's still difficult for you, or not, if you're still like, it doesn't make sense to you, if you're a little confused, that's okay, because we can practice more. And the worksheet is on my Patreon, support me there, and you get the worksheets we do here, so you can look at it more and more. And here, let's pop up the worksheet again. Okay, let's look at it one more time here. Okay, so here we go. Here are pictures with examples. If it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella, right? So, and another way to, right? Of course, you don't want to bring an umbrella, but it's raining, so you are bringing your umbrella, right? It's raining, so you are bringing your umbrella. Okay, and the second, if she didn't study hard, she wouldn't pass the exam. If she didn't study hard, she wouldn't pass the exam, right? So that means she, because she studied hard, she passed the exam. And then our next examples. If he weren't busy, he wouldn't skip the party. If he weren't busy, he wouldn't skip the party. So this means because he is busy, he can't go to the party. Because he is busy, he can't skip the party. Our next example, if you didn't help me, I wouldn't finish on time. If you didn't help me, I wouldn't finish on time, right? So she was able to finish on time because they helped her. She was able to finish on time because they helped her. If you didn't help me, I wouldn't finish on time. Okay, and then our next two, here we go, last two. If I didn't know you, I wouldn't trust you. If I didn't know you, I wouldn't trust you. So that means because I know you, I trust you. Because I know you, I trust you. Our last example, if you didn't eat so much junk food, you wouldn't feel sick. If you didn't eat so much junk food, you wouldn't feel sick, right? So, because you ate so much junk food, that's why you are sick. Because you ate so much junk food, that is why you feel sick. So we can say it the other way. If you didn't eat so much junk food, you wouldn't feel sick, right? You're sick because you ate too much junk food. You feel sick because you ate too much junk food. Okay, Lulu, let's see. Merlin, okay. Okay, let's see Lulu's sentence here. If I didn't come to learn tonight, I wouldn't level up my knowledge. Yeah, good, Lulu. That's a good sentence. Carlos, she wouldn't be a member of that golf. Yep, good. Carlos, you fixed it. Shafika, if she didn't arrive on time, she wouldn't make the bus. Okay, so Shafika, we need the wouldn't. So if she didn't arrive on time, she wouldn't make the bus. So when you're on time, we say make the bus. Oh, I made the bus. But here we're using the second part. You have to use the present tense. So just make. So Shafika, one more time, fix your sentence. If she didn't arrive on time, if she didn't arrive on time, she wouldn't make the bus. She wouldn't make the bus. If I didn't study hard, I wouldn't pass the exam. Yeah, so I wouldn't. Okay. Okay, good, Shafika. You're fixing your sentence. Great. If she didn't arrive on time. So on time, not the. So there's no the there. On time, she would not make the bus. Yes. Okay, so we're like 2 more minutes and we're going to switch activities. So let's do 2 more. So we will do this for 2 more minutes and then we are going to switch activities. But this is not a simple. Yeah, there you go, Shafika, on time. This is not a simple pattern. Nope, this is a high level pattern. But I see, most of these are good, right? Most of your sentences are good. There's a few with mistakes, but that's okay, right? We're learning, right? Because there's a mistake, that means we talk about it, right? And so the more you talk about it, the more you can understand it. So by making mistakes, then we talk about why that is a mistake, and then we can learn more. Kadeen, if I didn't go to bed late, I wouldn't be so tired. Yes. Good. Okay, Umesh, if I didn't go to the library, I wouldn't read good books. Yes. Okay, Boers, if I... Okay, so we have to use the past there. If I didn't go to bed early, my brain wouldn't draw a blank. Yeah, good. So your first part of your sentence, if I didn't go to bed early. If I didn't go to bed. So Boers, you have to fix your sentence, right? Because we want good examples in the chat. So please fix your sentence boards. If I didn't go to bed early, my brain wouldn't draw a blank. And that's exactly what I want you guys to do, right? Because our first, okay, our time's up. Our first activity was draw a blank, right? And I said, okay, let's see if we can use draw a blank naturally, right, throughout our class. And Boris did that, so that's great. So Boris is, in his example sentence, what's the word? I'm drawing a blank. He is making connections, right? And the more connections we make, the better we'll remember, right? The more connections we make, the better we will remember, right? So Boris connected our first activity with our second activity, so making a connection, and that is deeper meaning, right? You're thinking more about it, right? So, okay, our first activity was draw a blank. Now we're doing this. Okay, can I connect the two? And so there, you're using our lesson points better, and you are going to remember it better. So that's great. So one more time, Boris. If I didn't go to bed early, my brain wouldn't draw a blank. Oh, there we go. That is fireworks for Boris. Morishka, if I didn't eat so many cookies, I would not have extra weight. Good. So we want to say so many cookies. Many cookies. We use many with countable, like how many books do you have? How many CDs do you have? How many cars? How many pairs of shoes do you have? And so cookies, and so we want to use many. Much is for uncountable, like how much coffee do you have? I have a half a cup of coffee. How much energy do you have? I have a lot of energy. How much time do you have? Oh, I have about an hour. So, okay, good. All right, there you go. Boris, if I didn't go to bed early, my brain wouldn't draw a blank. Okay, last one. Here we go. Okay, well, Merlene. Okay, if my mother didn't call earlier, I wouldn't miss. Okay, let's see. If my mother didn't call earlier, I wouldn't miss the bus. Okay, so we want to use just the base for miss. Okay, so Merlene, here is the pattern. So everyone, go to my Patreon and support me there and get the worksheet. And so you have the worksheet right there, and you have the pattern, and you can just follow the pattern, right? Past simple, base, follow the pattern. It's an equation, right? Just just input. If he weren't so lazy, he wouldn't miss his deadline, right? So it's just putting the words into the pattern to make the sentence. If I didn't go to Japan, I wouldn't meet Mark. If it didn't rain, I wouldn't bring an umbrella. Okay, it's time to change activities. Okay, Carlos, if I weren't a superhero, I wouldn't be able to protect you. Good, Carlos, that means he is a superhero and he can protect you. If I weren't a superhero, I wouldn't be able to protect you. I like that sentence. I like it. Okay, well, let's change activities. Remember, the worksheet is on my Patreon. There you can download the worksheet and you have examples and sentences. Yeah, pictures, sentences. And let's look one more time real quick here. Yeah, and so here's the worksheet. And we have what it means. It's a hypothetical situation, a possible result. There's the pattern. There's, right, how to form the sentence. Okay, let's go to our next activity. This is a dictation activity. So you need a pencil and paper. We're doing a dictation activity. You need a pencil and paper. Pencil and paper. Pencil! Get a pencil. Get some paper. You're going to listen to 8 sentences and write them down on a piece of paper, word for word. There is a video for the dictation. I will read 8 sentences. You will listen carefully and write them down. So number 2. Whoa, we're already full here, but that's okay. I haven't done this for a while, but I will take a picture of the whiteboard and I will upload it to my Facebook group page, Mark Kulek English Speaking Practice. Okay, 2. Video dictation. And our topic is who? Who? And we have 4 steps. Step 1, dictation. Step 2 is shadow. Yeah, shadow. Step 3, check your sentence. Step 4, quiz. Okay, this is like hard to see, but that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay, so video dictation. Our topic: who are you? Okay, and then 4 parts: dictation, of course, shadowing, that is saying the sentences. Then you're going to check your sentences, and then we'll have a quiz. We do a quiz to check if you remember the sentences, right? That's the secret, is to remember. It's easy to forget, difficult to remember. That's why we have a quiz. Okay, good. Who? That's right. Who are you? Who is that carpenter? Who is the man making those cabinets? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put the video right there. There it is, and there's the meaning. So there we go. Who? A question word to ask about people. Who? A question word to ask about people. Who is that man making those beautiful cabinets? Who is that man making those beautiful, elegant cabinets? Yeah, I want that person to make my cabinets. Okay, well, I'm going to read 8, yes, Carlos, it's you. I'm going to read 8 sentences, and you're going to write them down word for word. I will read each sentence twice, There are no pictures in the dictation part. No pictures. You will not see the sentences. You'll just have to use your listening skills. It's a challenge, but that's why you are here. Unfortunately, I will not be able to see the chat. I am going to look at the sentences. I'm going to read the sentences. I will not be able to see the chat, so I'm going to put up the sentences. Okay, so I see the sentences. I'm going to read the sentences 2 times. Sorry, I cannot see the chat right now. Okay, are you ready? Do you have a pencil? I can't see if you say yes. I'm sorry, I cannot see the chat right now. Okay, here we go. Pencil and paper time. Pencil and paper. 8 sentences. I will read each sentence twice. Here we go. Let's do it. Okay, dictation time. Sentence number 1. Who is that? Who is that? Sentence 2. Who called you yesterday? Who called you yesterday? Three. Who will be at the meeting? Who will be at the meeting? Four. Who did you see at the party? Who did you see at the party? Five. Who left their bag here? Who left their bag here? Six. Who is your favorite singer? Who is your favorite singer? Seven. Who did you meet at the conference? Who did you meet at the conference? Eight, last one. Who made this delicious cake? Who made this delicious cake? Okay, that was the dictation. I read 8 sentences 2 times and you wrote them down. Okay, that was dictation. Now we're going to say the sentences together. This time you will see the picture, but not the sentence. So we're going to look at the picture and say the sentences together 3 times. So we'll say each sentence 3 times. Here we go. Okay, sentence number 1. Let's say it 3 times. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? All right. 2. Who called you yesterday? Who called you yesterday? Who called you yesterday? 3. Who will be at the meeting? Who will be at the meeting? Who will be at the meeting? Okay, 4. Who did you see at the party? Who did you see at the party? Who did you see at the party? Okay, 5. Who left their bag here? Who left their bag here? Who left their bag here? 6. Who is your favorite singer? Who is your favorite singer? Who is your favorite singer? Seven. Who did you meet at the conference? Who did you meet at the conference? Who did you meet at the conference? And one more. Okay, number 8. Who made this delicious cake? Who made this delicious cake? Who made this delicious cake? Okay, good. All right, so that was shadowing. We said the sentences 3 times, each sentence 3 times. Okay, now we're going to check the sentences. You're going to see if you got it right. Now I will be able to see the chat. Now I can see the chat. He is the king. Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go. There's sentence 1. Okay, who is that? There's the sentence. I'm sure you got that right. Okay, who is that? Number 2. Okay, here we go. Number 2. Who called you yesterday? Who called you yesterday? Okay, Katie got 1. That's great. So here's number 2. How'd you do? Did you get the sentence right? All right, nice. Good, Shafika. Oh, here's sentence number 3. Who will be at the meeting? Who will be at the meeting? Oh, okay. Carlos, let's go back to see number. Yeah, who called? So yesterday, right, Carlos? So the key word there is yesterday. So we know, okay, since it's yesterday, we need, the verb needs to be in the past, right? Who called you yesterday, right? Okay. Okay, so 3, who will be at the meeting? Okay, good, Shafika. Number 4. Who did you see at the party? Who did you see at the party? Okay, nice. Good, Carlos. Shafika. Okay, let's go to number 5. Okay, Katie, you got number 4 right? Good. Okay, good, Carlos. Here we go, number 5. Who left their bag here? Who left their bag here? This is the train station. On the ground. Don't leave your bag at the train. Don't leave your bag at the train station on the ground. Don't do that. Okay. Here we go. Number 6. Number 6. Who is your favorite singer? Who is your favorite singer? Oh, okay, let's go back. Let's see, Carlos. Let's see. We want to check the mistakes, right? Yeah, so they're possessive, right? So we don't know who it is. So we're using their, anybody, they, right? So it could be anyone. So we use they, right? Oh, as in, like, we don't know who it is, right? Oh, they are, so it could be anyone, so we use they. So their, who left their bag here? Because we don't know who. And it's a bag. There, so T-H-E-I-R, that's possessive, meaning the owner of the bag. Okay, third. And then 6, who is your favorite singer? It's not gender, we don't know who. So there. So it nothing to do with gender, it's just we don't know the person. So we're just using there. Possessive. Okay, okay, so number 7, who did you meet at the conference? Who did you meet at the conference? Okay, good, there we go. So this is a large conference hall, so it might be usually business related. Conferences are business related or hobby related. So there's like there's a comic book conference. So people who enjoy comic books, they all gather together to talk about comics and yeah, and then there's like maybe a English teachers conference, right? And so English teachers get together, talk, and booksellers go there, and so teachers can check out books and talk to other teachers. And so a conference is people who do the same thing. They gather together to talk about their job, talk about their hobby, talk about their interests, their professions. Okay, so Shafika, spelling mistakes, okay. The thing is, like, you know the meaning, right? That's the important thing. Not so much the spelling, but the meaning. That's most important. The most important thing is you heard conference and you know what conference means. So that's the purpose. Did you hear conference? Do you understand what conference means? So that's the two things we want. So spelling is good, but it's not, you know, it's not the most important thing. Okay, and our last one, my favorite sentence. This is my favorite sentence. Who made this delicious cake? Who made this delicious cake? I want to know. I want the recipe. I want more. Okay, good. Who made this delicious cake? Okay, so we checked our sentences. Okay, good. Everybody, you guys, oh, Carlos. Oh, Katie, 7 of 7. How about 8 of 8? Okay, conference event. That's a good question, Shafika. Let's go back and talk about it for a couple of minutes here. Okay, so conference, that is like business related, interest related, and so it's an event. Whoops, stop, don't move. It is an event, but event is like a general term. Like, let's say animals, Okay, animals is a general term. And then in animals, in the group of animals, we have cats and dogs and rabbits and turtles, right? Well, event is the same thing as animals. So event is a group, or it's a category. Event is a category, and then within event there are conferences, there are sports events, there are school events, there are work events. So events is like a school event. They might have, and it's a thing for students, right? An event, so it's a school event. So they might have the math teachers are having an event to promote mathematics. The English teachers are having a spelling bee event for students, right? A conference is a gathering of people to share stories. A conference is a gathering of people to talk about English, okay? Something like that. So, you got it, Shafika? So it's not the same. It is an event, but it's a subcategory of event. So event is the category, and then within event, conference is a thing. Okay. Marlene, don't put a number on them. Why? That's how we keep track. Okay, good. You got it. Okay, Shafika. All right. So I put a number so we know. So when you write the sentence, I know what you're talking about. So the number is to keep track of the sentence. So we know which sentence we are talking about. So that's why we put a number. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that was the check your sentences. So we looked at the sentences, we checked the sentences, we talked about the sentences. Now it's time for the quiz. Now, do you remember the sentence, right? So that's what we want to do. We want to remember. We don't want to forget. We want to remember. So for the quiz, we're using 4 sentences, right? There's a total of 8, but for the quiz, we are using 4 sentences. Okay, Carlos, good, good, good. All right, so let's do the quiz. You're going to see the picture. Look at the picture and write the sentence. Look at the picture, write the sentence in the chat. Okay, here we go. Write the sentence in the chat. There we go. There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? So in the chat, write the sentence. Do you remember? It's easy to forget, difficult to remember. Easy to forget, difficult to remember. That's our purpose here, is to remember. Okay, Boars is on the board. Helga, Carlos, Alice is here. Hello, Alice. Mwah. Doki, Kadeem. Okay. We have more people. Shafika. Angel. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's check the sentence. Did you remember the sentence? And you did good. Who called you yesterday? Who called you yesterday? Very good. Okay, here we go. Our next one. There we go. There's the picture. Write the sentence in the chat. There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Hey, Liam is here. Hello, Liam. Okay, Helga, the second one, good. Okay, Carlos. Bores. Alice. Trolley. Angel. Toki. Shafika. Kadeen. Okay, let's check. Here we go. All right, you got it. Who left their bag here? Who left their bag here? Don't do that. Okay, here we go. Our third one. Next one. We have 4 in the quiz. So 2 more. Okay, there we go. There's the picture. Write the sentence. There's the picture. Write the sentence. Do you remember the sentence? It's easy to forget, difficult to remember. All right, Helga, Alice, Bors, Carlos, Toki, Trolley, Liam, Kadeen, Angel, Shafika. Who's that? Don't you know? Shafika's too young. Shafika is a young person. She is a young person. So Shafika doesn't know who this person is. Shafika, he is the king of rock and roll. Yeah. He is, yeah, you got to Elvis Presley. You got to check out Elvis Presley. Go to YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube, but after we finish our class today, you got to research Elvis. He's an icon. Okay, good. You got the question right. Who is your favorite singer? Who is your favorite singer? Good job. Okay, here we go. One more for the quiz. Okay, here we go. This is the last one. There's the picture. Write the sentence. There's the picture. Write the sentence in the chat. Chat. For me, there's the chat right there. Maybe, I don't, for you, maybe it's, I don't know where, but for me, the chat is right there. So in the chat, write the sentence. Write the sentence in the chat. Okay. Let's see. There, look, okay, Trolley, Umesh, Bors, Helga. Oh, Suli, thank you, Suli. Mwah. Welcome, welcome. Please stay. Don't go, Suli. Okay, Kadeen lives in Brazil, Suri. Kadeen is in Brazil right now. Good. Angel, Toki, Merlin, Carlos, Alice, Shafika, Sylvia. Okay, let's look at the sentence. All right, there it is. Oh, thank you, Katie. Who made this delicious cake? Who made this delicious cake? You guys got it. Nicely done. Nicely done. And that is our video dictation. Yeah, good job. Today was who. That is a question word to ask about people. Okay, nicely done. Okay, we got another activity to do. Oh, wait. You gotta check off the quiz. You did it. Okay, we got one more to do, and it's a worksheet from my book, Which One is Different? Today's topic is at home. At home. And we got 4 items. And you're going to choose which one is different and why. It's a worksheet. I'm going to put it on the board and you can see it and you will be able to tell us your opinion, right? You're going to express your idea in English. That's the challenge. Topic or the activity. Which one is different? And the topic is at home. Okay. And you're going to see 4 things. And you're going to choose one that doesn't go with the others. One is different. And you decide, right? There's no wrong answer. It's your opinion. It's your imagination. It's your idea. You decide. There are no wrong answers. So for example, red, blue, bicycle, pink. Red, blue, bicycle, pink. Which one is different? Yes, bicycle is different because it's transportation. A bicycle is different because it can go fast. A bicycle is different because I have one. A bicycle is different because you sit on it. A bicycle is different because you can turn it. Okay, so there are no wrong answers. You decide. The challenge is to give your idea in English, right? That's communication, expressing your ideas, right? When you have a conversation with someone, you are telling them what you are thinking, right? So first we think, then we say. Think, say. Think, say. So here, you're going to be thinking which one is different, and then you're going to say it in English, right? Okay, so good, Carlos. Here we go. I'm going to put the worksheet on the board. The book is on Amazon.com to get them all. But each live stream we're doing one page at a time, and each page is going on my Patreon. Go there, support me on Patreon, and get all the worksheets we do here. There are hundreds and hundreds. So lots of practice for you. Okay, let's have a look. There it is. Okay, making it bigger so we can see it easily. Okay, so here we go. Group 1, and so, oh, it doesn't have it. Okay, so at home, that's the topic, at home. Okay, here we go. The 4 items are a calendar, a television, a paint roller, a mirror. One more time, a calendar, a television, a paint roller, a mirror. Which one is different? So you're going to write sentences in the chat. I think a calendar because. I think a television because. I think a paint roller because. I think a mirror because. So you give your ideas. You express your ideas in English. Like Helga right now. Helga has a sentence. Helga's sentence. I think a paint roller is different because it is a tool. Nice. No wrong answers. It's your idea. Okay, Boris, I would say a calendar because we can't mark on it. Very good. Yeah. Trolley, I think a mirror because the thing belongs in the bathroom. Yes. Umesh, I think TV is different because it's electronic. Wow. So we had 4 things, 4 different answers. 4 different things, 4 different answers. Fantastic. Lots and lots of example sentences. We learn by examples. Doki, I think a calendar because it is made of paper. Sumayet, I think TV because it's in our home. Trolley, a paint roller because it uses paint. Carlos, I think a television is different because it's electronic. It's electric. It is electric. Okay, not interested. Why? So TV, the challenge is to use a sentence. Helga, I think a mirror is different because you can see yourself in it. Shafika, I think a mirror is different because it's made from glass. Good, good. It is made from glass. Umesh, a paint roller because we have to dip it in paint. Yes, a paint roller because we have to dip it in paint. Helga, I think a calendar is different because there are numbers there. Truly, a television because you watch it. Helga, I think a television is different because it needs electricity. Alice, I think a paint roller is definitely different because it is for painting the walls. Okay, Sumaya, I think a calendar because it contains months. It contains months, yeah. Actually, Sumaya, it contains days and months. Days and months. Umesh, a mirror because a virtual image is formed in it. Yeah, it's a reflection. That's right. It's not the actual person. It's a reflection. It's a virtual image. Shafika, it is made from glass. Perfect. Kadeen, I think a paint roller because it is a compound word. Yeah, two words meaning one thing. Two words that mean one thing. Good, good, good. All right, so let's look at the other four. So we have two groups. We make it a little bit smaller so we can get both groups together. Okay, there we go. Okay, our second group. A slipper, a vacuum, a rug, a vase. Which one is different? A slipper, a vacuum, a rug, a vase. Which one is different? Okay, Shafika, I think a calendar because it can know the day, okay, the date of the day. Or, okay, Shafika, I think a calendar because we people, or you, okay, good, yeah, you. I think a calendar because you can know the date of the day. Date of the day. Okay, that works. So we need the as well for day. Okay, good, Shafika. One more time. I think a calendar, okay, so I think a calendar because you can know the date of the day. Okay, Helga, I think a slipper is different because you wear it on your foot. Yes. Toki, I think a vacuum because it is electric. Carlos, I think a vacuum is different because it is for cleaning the house. Okay, Ravi, why? So the challenge is to make a sentence. Okay, Umesh, a calendar because there are days of the month. Helga, I think a rug is different because it decorates the room. I think a rug because it decorates the room. Boars, I think a vase because it is suitable tool for decorating. Okay, it's not a tool. It's a decoration. So decorating the room. or the home. So, okay, Boris, I think a vase because it is suitable for decorating the home. So not tool, but suitable for decorating the home. Or homes. You can do homes. It is suitable for decorating homes. That works too. Okay, Marlene. I think calendar is different because you can't miss your doctor's appointment. Yes. Don't miss. I have one tomorrow. So I have it written on my calendar because I can't miss it. Okay, Alice, I think a vase is different because it is easy to break. Nice. Katie, I think a slipper because we can wear it. Helga, I think a vase is different because we put flowers in it. Trolley, a vacuum because it is for cleaning the house. So we don't use tool. It is for cleaning the house. Henna, I think mirror because I can see myself in it. Umesh, a vase is different because it's ceramic. Okay, Sumed, I think a slipper because a broom. We could, maybe Sumed, you can use it like a broom. You can use it like a broom. Truly a vase because it's used to decorate a room. It's used to decorate a room. It is used to decorate a room. Okay, Shafika, nice. I think a calendar is different because you can know the date of the day. So we need the date of the day. So there's two thes. The date of the day. The date of the day. Umesh, a calendar because I can find today's date on it. Okay, Umesh, on it. Helga, I think a vacuum cleaner is different because we can work with it at home. Good, good. Trolley, a rug because it's made of natural materials. It's made of natural materials. Shafika, I think a slipper is different because we can wear it. Okay, so here we go, Shafika. I think a slipper is different because we can wear it. We can wear it. A TV because it was invented by Logic Beard. I don't know who that is. Marlene, I think a vacuum is different because you can vacuum your house anytime you want. Nice. Okay, Trolley, a vacuum because it is for cleaning the house. Oh, there is Chanku. Chanku. I think a vacuum because I work it myself, or I use it myself. I use it myself is better, Chanku. I think a vacuum because I use it myself. I use it myself. Good, good, good. How are you today? Umesh, a slipper because we wear it on our feet. Shafika, I think a vase is different because we can put flowers in it. Good, good sentence, Shafika. Good sentence. I think a vase is different because we can put flowers in it. Truly, a slipper because you can wear it, or you can wear them. A slipper, one, right? You can wear it on your foot. Boris, I think a vase is different because it holds cut flowers. Okay, Umesh, it picks up dirt. Good. Oh, okay. Sumayat, I think a vase because my mother has one. My mother has one. Carlos, thank you so much. You are the best. You are very kind. Oh, Katie, because it's an ancient art. A vase is an ancient art. Henna, I think a rug because it is for cleaning. Shafika, I think a slipper is different because we can wear it. Perfect. Yeah, I agree, Carlos. Great sentences, everyone. 2 more minutes and then we're going to do the quiz in the chat. So I'm going to put the timer 2 more minutes to make sentences. Which one is different? Then after that, there's on top of the chat, there's a white box. It's white now. Before it was blue, now it's white. And you choose the best word. So go ahead and do that. Then we'll check it in about 1.5 minutes. We will check it. Okay, Umesh, I think a mirror because there is a convex, concave, and a plane mirror. Okay, I don't know. Okay, yeah, there's like mirrors in cameras and stuff. Yeah, they use mirrors for all kinds of like tools and things, you know, for reflecting light. So yeah, good, Umesh. Sora says, I think a rug because it's gonna start my rugs to riches story. It's rags. Sora, rags to riches, not rugs to riches. It's rags, but yep. So, you know, so that's a good expression. Rags to riches, meaning you're wearing like for clothing, rags for clothing, right? Your clothes are worn out. You're too poor to buy new clothes. And so the person was poor and then they had a great idea, like, let's say, for example, Jobs, right? Steve Jobs. Maybe he was young, he was poor, but then he had a great idea. Okay, I'm going to make a personal computer. And so he's a rags to riches story, right? He became the richest man in the world at one time, I think. So anyways, good, Sora. Okay, but it's rags to riches. Yeah, there you go. Good. Thank you, Boris. So you can see that, Sora? Rags to riches. Okay, good. Okay, let's do our quiz here. Good job, everyone. All the worksheets are on my Patreon. Support me on Patreon and get the worksheets we do here. Carlos, I think a vase is different because it's a flower pot. It is a flower pot. Okay, good. All right. Actually, a vase is a decorative flower pot. It's a decorative flower pot. Okay. In the chat, there's a box on top of the chat. It's a quiz. Let's check it out. And it's the quiz is choose the best word. Choose the best word. Here we go. Are you ready for the quiz? All right. The sentence is, he will, the project by next week. He will, the project by next week. Choose the best word. Is it completion? Is it complete? Is it completing? Is it completed? Does the sentence go like this? He will completion the project by next week. He will complete the project by next week. He will completing the project by next week. He will completed the project by next week. Choose the best word. Good luck. Okay, nice. I am now looking at the chat. Sora, no problem. Rags to riches. Now, okay, so I always say this, Sora. So we learn from mistakes, of course, right? So now, by doing that, you now totally 100% understand the idiom and or the phrase, and so it's going to stick in your head and you'll never forget. You will remember that rags to riches, and you can use it anytime you want to. So great job, Sora. And also, by doing that, we talk about when you make a mistake, we talk about the mistake, and other people understand too. Other people learn from you. So we're talking about rags to riches. I gave some examples. And so now other people are learning too. So you are helping yourself because you now understand, and you're helping other people. So mistakes are great because we all learn from them. Okay, so the quiz, the project next week, and it is complete. That's right, everybody. It is complete. Yep, sunk in. That's good. Sunk in is a good phrase there. That is an idiom, sunk in. That means it is understood. It is stamped, right? It is now stamped in your brain. Rags to riches. It sunk in. Good, 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 Sora. Okay, so the quiz is complete, right? He will complete the project by next week. Good job, everybody. Yeah, yeah. Chunku complete. Oh, here's our idiom, draw a blank. We did that at the beginning of class. I asked you if you can use it in a natural way, if you can make connections. And Boris made a connection. Boris says, when you ask questions and learn from your mistakes, you never ever draw a blank. Nice, nice, nice. Great, great, great. Okay, oh, I forgot. Yeah, thank you, Carlos. So tonight, I live in Japan. So tonight at 10 p.m. Japan time, we are watching a premiere video. It's a collection of 5 videos. It's about 30 minutes. We will watch the videos and make sentences together in the chat. I have a premiere video at 10 p.m. Japan time. 10 p.m. Japan time. We will watch it together. It's about 30 minutes, maybe a little longer. This week, this Friday's premiere, I think is 35 minutes. I forget exactly. But we will watch 5 videos. It's a collection of 5 videos, and we will make sentences together in the chat. It's not a live stream, it's a premiere, meaning we have a live chat. So we're watching a video and chatting live together, making sentences. That is at 10 p.m. Japan tonight. So premiere video. (10 p.m. Japan time). So if you can make it, join me and Carlos and others. Usually Helga's there. Yeah, Kayleen, I think, do you come? But I see Trolley's there, and Hannah's there usually, and we have our group of normals, our usual suspects. Pop in the chat, we make sentences together, we talk together. Okay, let's see, Carlos said, oh, 8 a.m. So if you're in Texas, if you're in the middle of America, or actually kind of the southeast of America, you live in Texas, it will be 8 a.m. for you. Oh, Sora has a part-time job at 10 p.m. Ooh, you're working at 10 p.m. That's tough, Sora. But Sora is a university student, so he's working to earn money. Okay, kidding. 10 a.m. in Brazil. Yep, so Brazil is 10 hours different, so easy for Katie. 10 a.m., that's a good time for you. Sora, perfect timing. because we live in Japan. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. We are finished. I hope to see you at 10 p.m. tonight for the premiere. So actually, let's say in 10 hours. So come back in 10 hours. Come back in 10 hours. All right, and then we will watch 5 videos and we will chat together. Okay, thanks, Sora. Yeah, go to my channel and all the videos are there. They're all archived. Alice, you're welcome. Okay, Boars, peace and love, bro. Peace and love. Okay, yeah, in 10 hours. That's when it is. That's when it's happening, in 10 hours. Okay, good, Helga. Thank you so much. I appreciate it always. Mwah. Okay, let's count down and say goodbye together until our premiere in 10 hours. I'll be back here in 10 hours. I'll be back here in 10 hours and we will chat together. Okay, we'll make sentences together. Okay, we are going to count down until 10 hours. Okay, here we go. Peace and love, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Have a great, today's Friday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be healthy. And smile. When you smile, you help other people smile. And when we smile, we are happy. And happiness is very, very important. So anyways, I'll be back on, I'm coming back in 10 hours and then also be here on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Okay, take it easy and love you, and I will be back in 10 hours. Okay, here we go. We're counting down together. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. I will see you later. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Thank you.